Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are we doing today, Davers?
Raindrops and hails,
Yes, sir.
because it is storming.
It is storming. We have a quote to start today. Are you ready?
Go for it.
Rudiso is an amazing town for disc golf. Situated between the El Paso and Albuquerque, the town sits at 7,000 feet of elevation. The town should be in anyone's disc golf destination bucket list with 6 courses within 10 minutes drive of downtown. Playing mostly in Pineo Pines with interesting elevation on every hole. It was a humbling experience getting beaten by Nate Sexton by 40 strokes. Words from our very own um, Scott from Elevate Utah.
Got Belichick.
Scott Belichick, thank you.
Yeah,
From Elevate Utah. So,
we had some other big news in Utah happen recently too.
we did. Spill.
We named our hockey team
Hey! We are now the Utah Mammoth.
Mammoths.
Yep.
That was one of the weaker names.
The Mammoth were the lacrosse team and still are the lacrosse team in Colorado. So more Colorado Utah rivalries sparking up over names.
I we still should have stolen the Avalanche.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, it should have been the
Just
patrollers, ski patrols, Utah ski patrollers. It would have been
now that
perfect.
doesn't go with hockey. It
Yes,
doesn't go
it
with
does.
hockey. Every hockey team is like an animal or like a nature thing. That's not nature. That's people.
Yeah, but you had
Name me one hockey team that's not like named after some sort of like animal or
this.
like the Lightning, the Maple Leafs, like it's all nature related.
Okay, that's fair. But patrol and avalanche, that could have been a cool
No,
rivalry right
no,
there. Okay,
no, no.
whatever.
It just doesn't work. Is what are you gonna have a mascot of a dude wearing goggles going out? Like that doesn't work.
No, you're gonna have a giant guy dressed up as a yeti wearing a ski patrol jacket.
Then be a Yetis.
Yeah, Yeti didn't like it though.
I know.
Whatever,
They were
Yeti.
like, no, we're not funding this.
No, we're not. Other big news. There's a change in scenery. I'm in the same place, just moving out. We'll,
Yep.
we'll get to that next week or something. Okay, let's run through the 2025 Tim Selensky United States Masters Championship presented by Innova. We're not going to go through everything. We're going to go through, like, the big five, I would say, big four. MP40. You had the one, the only Nate Sexton shooting 40 under for the weekend over 4 rounds. Paul Oman shooting 2 strokes worse than Nate, 2 strokes behind, and Daniel Pollock tied for second as well, with Kale LaVisca in fourth place. And then I'm gonna scroll down here. We had, where is he? Scott Belichick at +1. Hey Scott, you put up a good showing though. You did shoot above your rating for 2 out of the 3
Nice.
rounds and 4 points above your rating for the whole event. So you take that and run with it, my friend. Take it and run.
Just goes to show that how good the guys on tour are.
Yeah.
Sexton's crushing everybody in like the 40-year-old league, and everybody else on tour is crushing Sexton.
Yep.
I guess not necessarily. He only plays occasionally now.
He's doing more Joe Mez stuff.
Yeah, like he's not. He'll play like 4 or 5 events a year. It seems like.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, but congrats to Nate. I mean, out of that field, I would say Kale LaVisca was probably your next, like, who you would say your next best
Yeah,
player is, right?
yeah.
Maybe Paul Oman, but I'd put,
As a touring pro, I would probably say Kale.
yeah, Kale, Paul, and then I don't know many of these other guys. Maybe, why does he look familiar? Jeff Bradshaw looks familiar, but maybe I'm just tripping. And then I would put our one and only Scott Belichick in that fourth position. But all good. FP40, Jennifer Allen taking it down. Not only just taking it down, but dominating.
Yep.
23 strokes better than the field. Lisa Fakis shot +3 to do second place, and then Sandra Richardson shot +10 to take down third place. So good job, ladies. Good for showing up. Proud of you guys.
Heck
MP50.
yeah.
You want to run me through MP50, Dave?
I don't have it up.
Oh, okay. I'll do it then. MP50, Brian Schweberger shot a 29 under through the 4 days to take down home run first place. Robert Frias, 4 behind in second. And Sergio Sells, a total of 6 behind in third place. Congrats, guys. FP40, FP40, 50, sorry. Juliana Krover, 4 under. Is it surprising that she won? Not really, considering that she is PDJ World Champion.
And
Margaret,
still touring as well.
yeah. Margaret Patterson shot +3, 7 behind to take down second. And then third and fourth didn't actually make the cut. Kind of sad to see. And then we'll do MP55 and walk away. Hank Kerwan at neg 20. Good job, Hank. With Steve Boylan, 4 strokes behind, and then Michael. I'm not even gonna try the last name, but I'm gonna try it. Yanfinit, 7 strokes behind the leader for third place. Good job, guys. That's all I got.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
We did have some coverage of the event this past weekend from Top World Disc Golf. They were out there, it looks like, doing the Masters Cup. And U.S. Masters from the disc golf guy, which is Terry Miller.
Mm-hmm.
So, good to see some people out there filming it and everything else, since it doesn't seem like it was really a massively advertised event, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you didn't have Central Coast or Joe Mez or any of those big guys there. So,
This is a me thing, maybe. I feel like at that event, for what they hype it up to be, we should have Jomez on at least MP40.
yeah. Well, and it's also during a down weekend, too, right? Like, they didn't have anywhere to be. There wasn't any other major tournaments going on. Like,
I think we should have DGN out there and Jomez out there for these guys. We know
yeah.
it's not the top players in the world at this event, but it would it'd be like going to see Tiger and Ricky Fowler play now. Like ESPN's gonna be out there if those two are playing. I don't know. That's what I got. That's my opinion on it. I think because it is a down weekend, we should have at least DGN out there.
Yeah. Get some better I don't want to say better coverage, but like yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels
I guess
like
you did
it feels like an odd
you,
thing not to have DGN at.
yeah. You did have the is that this weekend? Yeah, you did have the Q series going on this weekend. The Santa Cruz Masters Cup at Top of the World Disc Golf,
I did see
sponsored
that.
by DGA. Yeah. So there was the Q series event going on, but it's like cool. I'd rather be watching like the, Masters, the older group kind of thing, rather than like Gannon and everybody else going out and playing an event that, again, back to not to stand on my soapbox about that, but an event that I don't think pros should be playing at.
Yeah.
It's a Q series. It's for people to make the Pro Tour, not for the people on the Pro Tour kind of thing. So, I don't know.
That's fair. I would
Because
agree.
yeah, top 5 people: Gannon, Nicholas, Luke Taylor, Cole Redallen, Alden Harris, Paul Kranz, Matty O. Like, all those guys did was basically like, yeah, the guys that aren't on tour get top points, whether they finished in 15th because there were 14 pros ahead of them. Um, but they're
Or
also like not making as much from it either
yeah.
because they did
Or
finish 15th.
why don't we see why don't we see coverage of the Q series? You know,
Yeah,
especially like if we are going to see the Q series, like maybe not have a live stream of it on DGN, but like have Jomez do that. Because Jomez is owned by Disc Golf Network now. Like,
yeah,
why not send? Hey, we don't want live coverage, but we want a film crew out there to like see what happened at this Q series. Obviously
yeah.
Gannon won. It's Gannon Burr, but I don't know. That's besides the point. We've
I would have
talked.
I would
We've
have liked
talked
to
about
have
it.
seen them. Yeah, we've talked about
We've
it
talked
before,
about
but
it
I would have
too
liked to have
much.
seen him at the Masters Cup.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of Q series, let's just Noah Minstema. He was in fifth place. I don't believe he is a touring pro. But
Yeah,
he would have won the Q series. So congrats to you.
yeah, great event. Boy, would have taken home an extra $2,500.
Thanks, Gannon.
Yeah,
Um,
that's not a small chunk of change for people trying to get into disc golf.
no,
Or let me phrase that, get onto the pro tour.
totally. Um, we have a little local, kind of a local thing going on this weekend. Kinda.
Local. I do you think Vegas is local considering it's the next closest city to us?
I think so, and here's why.
I guess major city. I'll say that
Yeah,
major city.
Reno's technically closer, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
No, Vegas is
No,
closer.
Reno's like 8. Reno's like 8. Denver's like 8.
Denver's,
There's
yeah, Denver's 8-9.
yeah. There's nothing north that I would
Boise,
consider a major.
Pocatello.
Yeah. I guess
Boise
Boise.
and Pocatello.
You could put Boise on there.
Okay.
Pokey's too
How
small.
how far is Boise though? I
6
should
hours.
I should know,
Five.
I should
Five.
I should actually know this.
Should you? I think it's like 5 or
5
6.
hours. 5 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was second closest for sure.
Yeah.
Um, Las Vegas Challenge presented by Innova, not a Q series, even though it used to be on
Just
the
an
Pro Tour,
just an A tier,
just
right?
an A tier. We have 84 MPO players, and what was the math on it, Dave?
I think we had 18. We got 18 to 20 people from Utah.
Playing in it, which is more
Yep.
than the California people. So give it up
I
for
think we're the
Utah
most
Disc Golf.
represented. The most represented demographic is Utah.
Besides Nevada, I think.
No,
Besides,
I think we
do we?
yeah, because there's not a whole lot of Nevadans in there.
Yeah, there's a lot
I
of
think it's like
Calis,
us,
Wisconsin,
Cali, then Nevada.
a lot of Arizona in there as well. But
Yep.
um, pretty high demographic of our people, our Utah people, Salt Lake people playing at the Las Vegas Challenge this weekend. Um, how many of our people our people? How many people that we know that are part of this community here in Salt Lake in Utah make cash? It's top
Ooh.
34.
Ooh. That's tricky one.
It is tricky because I don't know a lot of this field. You know, um, the bigger names that are out here are Matteo, Double G, Bradley Williams, Calvin Heimberg. Those are the big ones that like touring
Yeah.
pros kind of thing. Um,
I could see them like not.
cupcakes out there as well.
Yeah.
Alex
Calvin, I could see doing very well. Obviously. Uh
Double G's played
Brad,
well at this course before.
Matteo, Double G, Like there's kind of your top four right in there, outside of any major upsets.
Hmm.
Honestly, looking through this field, I think we get about five or six at least.
Okay.
No, probably more. Probably
I
more,
I'm thinking
honestly.
more, man. I'm thinking more. I think Kai has a good chance for sure. Um, I think Austin has a good chance. Austin's been like I've seen him play recently. If he can drain some putts, he'll be just fine. Um,
Also, 22 from Utah.
22.
Miscounted.
Cooper
Yeah.
Johnson, dude's been playing lights out lately.
Kai, Cooper, Houston.
I think Brady could make a run at it. Chaz could make a run at it for sure.
I mean, anybody, any given weekend, right? Like,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But it'll be cool to see them playing with some high-rated pros.
Hmm.
So
Who out of our Utah people finish top 10? Do we have any in top 10?
yeah, I think so.
I think Kai,
I think
Houston.
one of the boys, yeah,
I,
one of the 980s and higher guys,
mhm,
definitely.
for sure. For sure. Super stoked to see the boys down in Vegas. We wish them all well. We also have a few people, I believe, in like the MA1 and 2s down there. I haven't gone through them yet. But Craig Bennett's down there. Anyone that I just see off the top of my head, real quick. Um, Clayton's down there. Forgot about Clayton. He's playing MA1. Guy's down there for MA1.
Matt Matt Davis.
Matt Davis, Eric Erickson, all down there playing MA1.
Yep. Robert Gordon. Spencer. Play with him at what's it called down south there. Oh, why am I blanking on that course?
I don't know. Jollies?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Yeah, I
Jesus.
got you. I
Yeah.
got you. I'm looking through
Yeah,
MA2 right now,
there's
but
actually a lot of Utah guys down there in MA1 as well.
yeah. And then, of course,
Katie's playing down there this
is
weekend.
she?
Yep,
Katie and
FA1.
Katie and Afton are playing down there. Good on you, girls.
Marta Villa, also from Utah, playing down there in MA1.
Sean Bagley's down there in MA3. Grant's down there in MA3. Brian's down there in MA3. Lead card MA3 too. Um, Trying to like just run through our Utah people, see if I notice anyone off the top of my head. But yeah, for all you guys down there, good luck. Tim's down there. Um,
Nice.
for all you guys down there, good luck. Have fun. Remember, it's just disc golf at the end of the day. Um, and please bring home some high ratings. So when I beat you, my rating can go up.
You're not beating anybody, sir.
You don't know that yet. You don't
Oh,
know
I
that
do.
yet.
I've seen you play disc golf.
You haven't seen me play good disc golf in a while, though. That's the problem.
Exactly. Who are you beating if you haven't played good disc golf?
Dude, I took tied second at Sunday school last week. Okay, chill.
All right, all right.
Chill. But yeah, that's Vegas. Anything else on Vegas before we move on? We're kind of running through things today. We don't have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it's hopefully not too hot down there right now.
Yeah. It's better weather than here, that's for sure. Rainy and cold, baby.
Yeah, it was what 80 degrees out 2 days ago, and now it's like 40 and raining.
Yep.
See Vegas this weekend, hot and windy.
Sounds like Vegas, baby.
Chance of rain on Sunday.
Sounds
See how
like
this.
Vegas.
See how they do in that.
All right. So next up is Cascade Challenge Match Play. Kind of something that PGA, DGN is kind of doing like without a bunch of hype. I feel like. Um,
I didn't even know about it until you brought it up.
yeah, I think we need more eyes on this stuff. I think we just whoever's running DGNs or PDGA's social media, can you please hire us so we can one get have jobs and two like post all the cool stuff that you guys are doing that no one knows about. Like please,
Yeah.
please, for the love of God, because this is something cool that like I think just doesn't have any hype on it. You
No,
know?
you'd never know about like that. And there's what, 6 people doing it?
Yep. 8 with the girls. Bless you.
Thank you. Did you hear that? I tried to
No,
mute.
you muted it. It was a good
No,
catch. Good mute.
no.
Um,
Y'all don't need me sneezing loud into the microphone.
no, we don't need that. So first up is Joey Buckets and Isaac Robinson playing against each other. Mr. Nicolas Antla, Ezra Robinson playing against each other. Hambone Adam and James Proctor playing against each other. And then the ladies is Missy Gannett and Rebecca Cox playing against each other.
Yeah, the only thing that's on their social is the match play merch now officially dropped. Missy versus Rebecca. Cool, guys.
Cool.
Give us more details. What's going on? Like,
Yeah.
I think it's a fun idea of doing match play events before tournaments.
100%.
Do you think it's good practice for the pros, or do you think it kind of messes with them a little bit, though?
I think, dude, I'm watching all the content I'm seeing coming out. I don't think it messes with them. Like, I honestly think it would personally benefit. Like, this is where I'm thinking. I think it benefits the players who are doing it because you do get that first, like, oh, this is like, it means something, and it's not a first round, you know?
Right.
And they
It
can
just
take it more as like a legit practice round, right? Where there is some consequences and there is some like, oh, do I run this 50-foot death putt? Now match play is obviously different than stroke play.
I was gonna say you're the stress of like making some of those putts and where you land's a little bit different.
Yeah,
Because if I'm 60 feet and Calvin puts it to 10, it's like cool. Well, I gotta run this putt even if there's water behind it.
yeah,
Versus in a tournament, I'm probably not doing that. I'm being like, oh, I can make up that stroke later.
sure. So I think there are some like different stresses, but I think it's a good like one fun thing to do and like um I would personally like to like all right, this is how this person's taking this like tournament style, like
Hmm.
this is how Isaac, 4-time major, 2-time world champion, is taking this line. Oh, that's kind of
Yeah.
interesting. And then okay, the next day I get to go out and practice that, or later that day, hey, oh, I'm gonna go practice that line because it worked out so well.
Yep.
I think it's a cool opportunity. I really like it. I would like to see more promotion in it. PDGA, DGN, whoever's running this, hire Dave and Ian, and we'll make all the promos for you. Thank you.
The one thing I will say, outside of Nicholas, pretty much none of the European players are playing in this tournament, including like Krista and Evelina on the FPO side and whatnot.
Is that because there
And
are tournaments back?
well, it's because Worlds is coming up back in Europe in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So I think what's going on with that is like, hey, there's no reason for me to stay here longer. I don't need to play in these tournaments like this little stretch.
Sure.
I'd rather be, back home spending time with family or playing in local tournaments while leading up to the 2 majors that are coming up in Europe this summer.
Sure.
I think that's what's going on with that. Which, do you think that takes away from the field?
I think there are so many good AMs up in Oregon. I don't think it necessarily takes away from the field. I think we're still going to see the best player win this tournament. Whether
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't think I don't think someone like Jacob Semirod is going to win this tournament. You know, unless he's having a really good weekend and everyone's having an off weekend. But
Yeah.
I think it gives the opportunity for the Oregon local MPO players who, dude, I think those local MPO players up in Oregon are some of the best in the country.
Well,
Next,
they're in Seattle. They're in Seattle this week.
yeah, Seattle, Washington. Sorry, but like those Northwestern MPO players, just like
Yeah.
we see them kind of like Cole when he's on, right? And Cole is a
Mm-hmm.
touring pro, but then like you go up there and like the middle of the pack feels a lot more stretched out because those players are dabble dude in there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, they're pretty good up there, especially in the playing in inclement conditions that you'll always get here and there.
for sure, um, it'll be an interesting weekend. Dave, Joey Buckets, Isaac Robinson, first matchup. Who's taking it down? How many holes?
Isaac 3.
Isaac.
How many holes? How many holes they playing?
They play 18.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they play 18.
I
So
mean that probably goes 15.
probably goes 15.
Yeah.
I would agree with you. I do think Joey puts up a fight. I'm gonna take it by Joey or Isaac by one hole. Comes down to 18.
Mm.
Nicholas
I
Angela.
think Isaac will get a lead.
You think so?
Yeah.
We'll have to see. Nicholas Angela, Ezra Robinson. Who wins? How many holes? Do we see a push to a playoff?
I'm taking my boy Nicholas.
Okay.
I think Ezra probably wins it, but I'm taking Nicholas by one.
I got
Yeah.
Ezra. I got Ezra by one. Just he's been playing
Yeah.
well this season. The new bag, new discraft stuff. He's been loving it.
Yeah.
I got Ezra by one. It's gonna be close though.
Nicholas has got 2 tournament wins this year. Ezra has, he's got one?
Yeah,
What do you win?
first event of the year.
The Florida?
Yeah, right.
Did he?
Someone look it up. Am I looking it up or are you?
I'm looking it up. All right, what's the next one?
Well, you look that up. Next one, Hambone and James Proctor. Adam Hammis, James Proctor.
Ooh, I think you got to go Hambone, yeah. Like, yeah, I got to go Hambone by like 2 holes.
Really?
I like the proctologist, but like, I think on that kind of course, it just plays well for Adam Hammis's like play style.
It does, but what is Maple Hill? It's a wooded track, kind of like that as well. We've seen him play well
Yeah.
at Maple Hill. I'm gonna take Proctor by two.
Okay, going the
I
opposite way.
I am, and here's why. James Proctor, he doesn't play a lot of pro tournaments anymore. You know, he's got his life and his wife, which is lovely. But
Hmm.
when he comes out to play, he comes out to play, man. So I'm gonna take James by two.
Okay.
Um, did you find it?
No,
Okay, I'm gonna find it. Who can find it first, Dave or Ian?
probably Ian because I don't. I'm being dumb about what I'm looking for.
It's okay.
I can't remember the name of it. Is the Supreme Flight? That's right. Ezra did win. All right. I see you. We had the Finnish Cowboy though, taking down the Texas
You go to
vets.
career wins, okay? Supreme Flight, and then a bunch of Q series and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
From 2014. But yeah, he has a win under his belt.
We got. He does. He does. We got the Finnish Cowboy taking down 2 events. So.
Okay, I'll give you that. And then FPO Missy Gannon and Rebecca Cox.
Missy.
How much?
I think Rebecca puts up a fight. We've seen her play very well this season. I think she can keep up with Missy definitely, but I don't think it's 14, 15 holes.
I think we get to, yeah, I think it's like, we don't play the last like 4 holes.
Yeah.
I think it's by 4 or 5.
I just think there's too much of a drastic difference that could happen. Because what, the last tournament, Missy beat her by like 17 strokes.
Something like that, yeah.
Like, it just it doesn't seem like it's that close to a matchup. But when you're playing match play, it doesn't matter, of course, over the course of the tournament. It's hole by hole.
Yeah.
So your goal is just to score, and I think Rebecca Cox can do that. She can score.
I would agree with you, Dave, but I think Missy just has she. I think she has the skills to take it down by 5.
Yeah.
I think it could be we get through. I think she could do it by 6, but I think 4 is like solid. But who knows? Rebecca could take it all the way. I just don't see Rebecca winning.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Um, I want to keep doing this every week, so every time there is a match play, we'll do this. Let us know down below what your thoughts are on our predictions, and give us your predictions. Okay, Cascade Challenge. We've seen a lot of content already. We've seen the Wysocki brothers put out video out. We've seen Bedanza. I'm sure we'll see the Gooseman and Ezra Aderhold's video coming out soon. Is this a major? It
No.
No, it's just an elite series, right? Technically.
Yep.
Um, what do we think? I'm excited for this weekend. I think we're gonna see some really fun disc golf.
I like these style of courses, the more like wooded. Like, yeah, it's still got a few open long shots in it, but you're playing in a forest, right? Like, and that's kind of what I like. It's not a heavy wooded track, but I think you'll see a lot of people like struggle and a lot of people throw like really fun shots. It seems like you can really get out there and like shape a disc, which I like to see.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Um, I'm really excited, dude. I think like watching people play up in the Pacific Northwest just gets me hyped for disc golf.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, where were we last week? 2 weeks ago?
Hawaii,
No, not us. Professional disc golf.
Hawaii.
You're no help to me.
They were in the. We played Texas.
It was Texas?
No, it was after the Texas swing.
Oklahoma? Something like that? Kansas City.
Kansas City wide open.
Yeah. That does not get me hyped up for disc golf.
No.
That's not pretty disc golf. Like, yeah, like pros make it look fun and whatever because they can throw far.
Well,
But,
and then we had Champions Cup out in California.
Yeah. This kind of like Pacific Northwest, giant trees, big bombs with giant like that's what I love about disc golf. Like, I feel like that is like hills and stuff like I don't know. I love it. I just think it's the best disc golf to watch. Like, I'm excited to watch coverage this weekend. Whoever's on lead card.
Yeah, it'll definitely be fun. Speaking of the Pacific Northwest and disc golf, I'd like to shout out Eric Van Dam for buying a pizza for Chandler.
Wait, what?
So, some of you might know. Go follow Sam Makes Pizza on Instagram or Secret Pizza Club. Me and my buddy do pizza pop up, and Eric is a fellow Utah disc golfer that's big into pizza. He recently moved. I guess it's been like 6 months now.
Yeah, dude. It's been
He moved up to Seattle area, and I guess he ended up seeing the drop. And the last time he was in town, he bought a pizza and put it under Chandler's name and gave it to Chandler because he wasn't here for it. And since we restarted doing the drops, I guess Chandler was like, "Oh yeah, I saw it. Wasn't able to get one." And Eric was able to get in there and got one and just put it under Chandler's name, and he got a text for it.
Wow.
So, shout out to Eric for buying Chandler a pizza this weekend.
That's awesome. Eric, we miss you, buddy. Maybe we should have him on the podcast after this week. Who knows?
Yeah. No, I thought that was hysterical. Disc golfers buying disc golfers pizza, man.
It's like the best thing ever.
Yeah, right.
It's the best thing ever.
You get a surprise text. Hey, you got a pizza pickup this weekend.
Sick.
It's like, oh, we.
Sweet. Um,
Yeah, that
uh,
was that was my little story I didn't share with you, but I thought it was hysterical when I saw him this weekend.
lovely. Lovely, lovely. I'm missing some discs.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're somewhere, but I'm moving, obviously, if you can't tell. The wall's gone. Everything, like, it's still a mess in here, but we are moving. I am moving in the next 2 weeks or so. And I put all my discs in this big black bag. Let me show you. This bag brought me to Alaska and back. Okay? My car had some issues, so I just threw everything in here. But I went to the shop today, and I went and grabbed some boxes from Mr. Benjamin. So I have 3 boxes full of frisbees. Okay? And I am missing all of my runes except this one. I have 3 blue runes, and I have no idea where they are. I have another white one with space plastic. No idea where it is. I'm hoping when
Where's your little satchel bag?
it's right there. I guess there is one in there. But I'm still missing 3 runes. 2 blue ones and a white one. And I don't know where I put them. Because I put all my discs in that bag. And then when I finally got the boxes, I transferred them over, like literally right before the podcast. I was like, I'm missing frisbees.
I mean, I'm missing a whole bunch, but I feel like I end up giving away a lot of things and not remembering that I gave them away.
Yeah, but I like those ones. I have the Tottenham one, which is in the satchel bag, and then I have
Yeah.
2 more. One I aced with, and one that was the backup to the ace one. And they're not here. There's not
I
here.
feel like I feel like you may have given them to somebody that throws runes.
No, I didn't.
No.
No, because I swear to God, I had them like last week.
Mm.
Because when I was going through all my discs, I was like, oh my gosh, I still have these. So,
Oh, boss.
I don't know. See someone
I
with
definitely
a Viking rune.
misplaced this.
It's mine. Also, another funny story about Viking runes. Some guy. I turned in a Viking rune like last year. It was a black like putter Viking rune that I actually really enjoyed putting with for a while. And I was like, I don't love it. Turn it back in. It's like, okay, where's this Viking rune? And I go into the shop today, and someone had turned that disc into a dog toy. And all that was
Yeah.
left was the flight plate. There was no side of it. It was just a flight plate. And I'm like, wait, I know this disc. And they're like, how do you know? I'm like, I used to own this disc. And it was like the black with the Viking logo on it. And underneath it has just the tiniest, you can barely tell, but like purple black Sharpie on a black disc written on the back from the previous owner before me. So I found that kind of funny.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah. So, fun times.
Finding random discs.
Finding random frisbees. Davers, anything else?
That's all I got this week, boss.
Yeah, kind of a mellow week. Oh, one last thing. Sorry, Brodie Smith. He posted a disc golf YouTube video for the first time in a year and a half.
Yep.
Um,
Is he back?
I have not finished it. I'm not gonna say
Okay.
if he's back or not. I did not finish it, but from what it sounded like, spoiler, you have 3 seconds to click off. Spoiler, he
Wouldn't let me click off, man.
shoot. It sounded like he was trying to get back into it, and he is setting like a baseline for himself to try and build on. So
Yeah.
good. I'm actually
We'll see.
excited to see Brodie back because it brings more eyes to the sport.
Yes. I would agree with that. I think he brings the popularity. I mean, he got brought back onto Dude Perfect recently. doing like trick shot stuff and whatnot. So I think he's back in like the sphere of people seeing him and everything. So I think it does bring more eyes to the sport.
Yeah. So. Davers, anything else?
That's all I got, boss.
Awesome. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next podcast next week. Um, make sure to go hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you later. Thanks for the short podcast today. We'll see you later.
Peace.